I'm Jen Peters. I specialise in inner child healing, and I wanted to share with you a few of the tips and tricks that I use every day in my practice. So one of the first things is we want to make a beautiful connection with these little ones, because most often they have been split off, so they have felt very separate from everybody and including love. So when you're able to create a beautiful connection with them, this goes a long way to helping them heal. So one of the ways I like to do this is I like to guide my client to create an eye contact, like a beautiful, soft, warm eye contact. Even if you imagine that you can see them in the eyes, that is absolutely enough. And if you soften your gaze, you will create a connection and depth within them that they most likely have never experienced before. And if you pay really close attention, you'll notice yourself starting to feel that warmth and that softness and that love as they do, because you are them. It's just that you got bigger, right? So the next thing we want to do is we want to notice how they're feeling. Not your interpretation of how they're feeling, but actually tune into them. How are they feeling? They might be feeling sad and lonely. So what we would do is we would mirror back their words, and we need to use their words and their terminology, because what this does is it helps them to actually feel seen and heard and understood. Bearing in mind, these little ones have spent decades usually feeling unseen, unheard, and misunderstood. So this is a really important step to include. We can also take this opportunity to empower these little ones with a voice, because most often they were disregarded or dismissed or even discarded because they were children. You know, what would they know? But the truth is, they usually know a lot more than adults do, actually, from what I have seen. They might not have the terminology to articulate what is happening, but they know exactly what is going on. Whether mum and dad think they're hiding it or not, these little ones absolutely know. So let's empower them with a voice. You might say to them, I know that you've got important stuff to say. What is it you want to say to me? Or you might say, what is it that you want to share with me, or what do you want me to know? And invite them to speak. Now, if they don't speak, that's totally okay. If you have found that you struggle speaking up, I would actually try that again later on in the process, because they might soften a little bit and trust you more as time goes on. But giving them a voice, particularly when they have had trouble speaking up, is super important for them. You can also ask them, what do you need? What is it that you need to feel loved or safe or seen, or what is it, whatever it is that they're feeling at this particular time? What do they need? And once again, give them the reassurance that you're going to give this to them. They might say, I want to be loved. I want to feel safe. So you would say to them, I know that you really want to feel loved and feel safe. I want you to know that I am here to love you and to keep you safe always. So we use their specific words, mirror them back, and give them the reassurances that they need. One of the other areas, now this doesn't apply in every situation, but it does in most, is we want to let them know that whatever it is that happened to them or the way they're feeling, it's not their fault. It's not their fault that their parents, didn't connect with them, or were too busy for them, or hurt them even. And sometimes if it's appropriate and you feel comfortable doing this, you can let them know the truth is you are, let's say, for example, if they felt not good enough, we would say to them, I know that you feel not good enough, but the truth is you're more than enough, and you always have been. The truth is that your parents, or whoever it was specifically, and you will know when you go into the process, they were parenting through their own unhealed, not good enough wounds. And they pass this on to you, but it is not your wound to carry. So you can give them those reassurances, and quite often you can feel them just kind of go, ah, right, like they just hadn't even considered that, and they do often just let it go. So one of the other things that I really like to do, and it's just so beautiful, is that I like to acknowledge what these little ones have been doing, what they've gone through, because the truth is that each of our inner children, they have created they have got a number of beliefs formed around that particular wound. They have a number of patterns they've created. That's where our people pleasing comes in, or our being on high alert and hyper vigilant to make sure that you're always safe, or maybe doing whatever is expected from them, and then maybe they'll be seen and loved. So it's these little ones that have created these patterns, and they are playing out these patterns day in and day out. So one of the beautiful things I like to do is to actually acknowledge that. Thank them for everything that they have done for you, because the truth is they have been working so damn hard for decades to keep you safe, or to keep you seen, or so that you're not alone. You know, they've been doing all of these things, and they will be exhausted. They will have also made so many sacrifices just to keep you safe, or, as I said, seen or loved. So it's really beautiful to actually say to them something along the lines of, I want to thank you for everything that you have done for me, and to get us to this point. And I know what you've been through. I know what you had to endure. I know the sacrifices you have made. And I want to thank you. Thank you so, so much for doing this for me. But it is now time to let me love you and take care of you, so that you can rest and just enjoy being the beautiful little being that you are. So that's always a nice one to do. Okay, so I hope that you've enjoyed that. I've got a few more videos planned in the series to actually help you on your inner healing journey. I'd be really keen to hear from you. What is it you would like to know more about? Or what questions do you have about inner child healing? Leave your comments below. Okay, my loves, have the most beautiful day, and thank you for being here, and thank you for doing your work. I see you and I love you. Mwah.